What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Interesting night as Chris Rock took the stage on SNL to deliver his monologue. Many people obviously respect Chris Rock's career. I think it's been kind of on a downswing lately, but, it's been revitalized by the infamous slap. Many people, many liberals wanting him to get another dose of it after on Saturday night, he made fun of them directly to their faces, savaging anti-Trump liberals, pointing out their many flaws on what is one of the better monologues that Saturday Night Live has had. Of course, I don't watch Saturday Night Live. I see the clips underline. I see the reaction. I see the people getting angry. And there are a lot of libs that needed a change of undergarments after this, it seems like, because they were so upset. I've got a perfect option for them before I get into the story. That's Sheath. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Sheath. You know, I've been standing behind this product for many years, and there's a reason why. And fellas, I know this isn't something you think about very often, but I promise if you give Sheath a try, you're going to be really happy with their product. Sheath was invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it's hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. The boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has two individual compartments that keep everything down there separate, cool, and comfortable. And fellas, you know what I'm talking about. I was a little skeptical of the dual pouch thing, but let me tell you what, it's a game changer. And by the way, if you're not into that idea, you don't have to use them. I don't always use them, especially if the weather's pretty mild and I don't necessarily need it. You can just wear them like a regular pair of underwear if you want. Just in time for the holidays, Sheath has also rolled out new holiday plaid and their winter base layer set for ski season. If you're in Wisconsin, ski season might be for the fun times, but it's also very handy when you have to shovel that driveway or have to be outside for any amount of time. It really makes a big difference with the cold and the wind. Sheath will be the most comfortable pair of boxer briefs you've ever worn in your life. Plus, they have brand new materials like bamboo and mesh for even more cooling comfort. Go to sheathunderwear.com/thequartering and get the most comfortable underwear you've ever worn. It also makes a great gift, ladies out there. If you use promo code thequartering, you'll also get 20% off your order. Head on over to sheath.com and promo code thequartering for 20% off your order. Chris Rock made a brutal dig at Bill Clinton, also slamming liberals worried about the incoming Trump presidency during his Saturday Night Live monologue. What was hailed as one of the funniest opening monologues in recent times, Rock placed comedy above politics as he took swipes at both sides of the political spectrum. There's a lot going on in the news. My God, it's so crazy out there, Rock stated as he began his 7-minute opening act. Rock has said that it's been a bad year for my people, black folks, as he referenced Kamala Harris's loss in the November election. But then switching sides, Rock took a few swipes at President-elect Donald Trump. Trump had a good year, Rock said. Trump survived the attempt on his life, won the presidency again by winning the popular vote, was just named Time Man of the Year. You know, it could happen to a nicer guy. Rock then noted how he was far from shocked that Trump won, despite all of his controversies. A lot of people are scared. Like, oh my God, he's going to be so undignified. When I say a lot of people, I'm talking about the 9 New Yorkers that didn't vote for him. Okay, Rock poking fun at liberals. Now that 9 New Yorkers, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of New Yorkers that didn't vote for him. I'm pretty sure he didn't win New York, so I don't really know that, but I get, he's poking fun at libs there, I guess. He then quickly moved on to suggest that Trump was far from being the only bad actor who would occupy the White House in American history. Come on, man. This is not the most dignified job in the world. We've had a lot of presidents show up to the inauguration with pregnant slaves, okay? And I'm just talking about Bill Clinton, Rock said in one of his more memorable zingers. Rock's joke suggested that both Clinton and Trump are part of a broader tradition of presidents behaving in ways that compromise the dignity of office. Well, didn't Kennedy have a pretty much widely known and accepted affair while he was in office? Let's not talk about, let's not forget Watergate. Basically every president in history, W and his ridiculous God came to me directly and told me to go to war with Iraq, and his WMDs, and his blank face stare when he was informed about 9/11. I mean, Obama and his ridiculous glazing by the mainstream media while placing firing off the most drone strikes in history. Barack Obama, hope and peace, bombed the most brown people in history. I mean, these are just the presidents in my lifetime. They've all had wild controversies. Rock's joke at the Clintons appeared to aim at referencing former president's reputational scandal, namely the Monica Lewinsky affair. By the way, shout out to Monica Lewinsky, who's still unhinged, but aged pretty well. So, shout out. The joke also played on the historical reality of American presidents in history engaging in morally questionable behavior, such as Thomas Jefferson fathering slave babies, Sally Hemings, before clearly pivoted to Clinton implying his own scandalous reputation. Turning to Trump, Rock joked how the president-elect was going to start deporting illegal immigrants while working with the world's #1 African-American in the world, the richest African-American in the world, Elon Musk. That's right, he's African-American. Continued Rock noting how Musk is from South Africa. I mean, that's kind of a lame joke. That's basically everybody's already made. Elon's got more kids than the Cleveland Browns. Nobody knows how to get rid of people like a South African, Rock said to groans of the audience. Oh, he's serious. Trump is not playing. He's got Elon. They're going to make them rocket ship, call it Space Max, mid-joke. Rock joked, using a pun referencing SpaceX. He ended his searing set by mentioning how President Joe Biden recently pardoned his son Hunter, saying his middle finger still worked. I mean, ultimately, what's funny is you see, like, watching Saturday Night Live episode, I'm starting to understand why Will Smith slapped this guy. He effing sucks at stand-up. I mean, I thought it was mid, but here you say, oof, during last night SNL credits. I think Chris Rock turned to Colin Jost and said the episode wasn't good. If you read Colin's lips, he tried to reassure him, saying, no, you're kidding me. That monologue was so funny. Yeah, you can definitely see that. He said, oh, come on. What do you mean? That monologue was so funny. He literally says that. And he says, thank you. You can definitely read, that when the monologue isn't funny. I mean, people melting down about the monologue is wild to me because, again, it was all it was fair. And, the left is melting down. Of course, Chris Rock was a featured player on Saturday Night Live for 25 years. I wanted to pull up the, good monologue. Haven't been too many of those on SNL in a long, long time. The problem is that, not that Biden pardoned his son, but that he lied about. If I go Rock monologue. Here. Rock's monologue is extremely unfunny. Stand-up debates on the boundary violations, but breaking the monologue requires zero craft. Rock can be lazy, but he's a pre-established brand. Luigi Mangione destroyed a man with kids. I have real condolences for healthcare CEO. This is a real part of it, but sometimes drug dealers get shot. I mean, he's not really, again, it's kind of a hack joke because he wasn't a drug dealer, like he worked in the healthcare industry. You hear in, Chris Rock isn't funny anymore, hasn't been for a while. Who is just so over him? I don't know. Here's the credit saying it wasn't a good show. Yeah, I guess maybe, again, the 12 kids thing isn't really funny. But if you look at a lot of the comments, normalizing the felon will never be funny. Love Chris Rock, but oof. I never cared for Chris Rock comedy nor his humor. But let me correct him in the Menendez brothers that, he talked about Menendez brother. I don't know if I've changed or he's changed, but Chris Rock isn't really funny anymore. He used to have me rolling, but now most he gets is for the occasional grin. These are all libs that they're just mad that he made fun of both sides. I've never been about that life, about that, like, you can't make fun of Donald Trump. I mean, the guy is a living meme. You should be able to make fun of him. There's just, there are some lines that, are difficult to say cross, but Chris Rock is not funny at all. I really wanted to laugh. Of course, he did have some sort of weird plastic surgery. That's what it looks like. a cup of coffee costs, you know, Chris Rock hasn't been funny over a decade. The Nancy Grace sketch and the Santa sketch really fell flat. No build payoff either. This is all, you know, this is all basically, you know, comedy's mostly dead. I guess when you try to make like political jokes, here he literally talking about every single major news point this week. He ate. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was the best monologue I've ever seen, but like the fact that you're going to be having a meltdown because he made fun of the left. He also said that no one would care about Luigi Mangione if he looked like Jonah Hill. Probably true. I don't think Jonah Hill's particularly ugly, but he's right. He's basically calling out the left for thirst trapping this guy, for turning him into some kind of a bedroom symbol. You know, he's saying like, yeah, dude, no one would care about him, but y'all are like thirsty. You know, that's basically what it is. You know, and you know, he also said, I mean, condolences. Well, what's wrong with Jonah Hill? He looks pretty normal to me. Again, he's covering his sister. If his sister, people offering his sister a lot of condolences. Who is Jake Paul? everybody hits Crim alum asked. The 27-year-old punching a 6-year-old in the face is what the white man has been reduce himself to. Stop it. Who's he going to fight next? Morgan Freeman. I hate Jake Paul. I got landlord hate for him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jake Paul did Mike Tyson a favor, to be honest with you. You know, Mike Tyson made more money from that fight than he probably ever made in his life combined. I just got to be honest with you. If you look at, you know, the monologue, it's pretty tame. You know, if you look at the Biden thing.
Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. I got to hand it to Joe, man. You know, he don't move as fast as he used to. He don't talk as fast as he used to. You know, but that middle finger still works, boy.
Nah. I mean, it's funny. I don't really understand, like, what is he saying that isn't true? You know, what is he saying that isn't true? The left just literally can't stand even the slightest jabs. Even the slightest jabs at their expense, they have a complete meltdown. And all he did was basically be fair to both sides. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it. Don't forget to check out Sheath. Ladies, for your fellas, and fellas, I know you're probably thinking it's a little weird to change that type of thing, but I bet you really like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you have a like on it. If you haven't, subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.